Hey, good morning, everyone. We'd like to thank you for joining us on this very windy day. My name is Gina Ford. I'm the Deputy Communications Director for County Executive Angela Alsobrooks, and we are so excited that you can join us to announce a new grocer coming here to the Seat Pleasant community. Yes, feel free to clap.
Yeah.
As many of you may be aware, this community and some others around our county suffer from food deserts. They don't have the opportunity to get easy access to quality foods to put food on their table at home for their families. And so this is a great announcement. And that's why today Prince George is proud to welcome Good Foods here to Addison Plaza. And joining us today, we will have Mayor Grant bring a welcome to all of you to his community, followed by that County Executive Angela Alsobrooks. Then we will have County Council Member Rodney Streeter, and then Philip Samble of Good Foods, who's joining us today as well. Thank you.
Good morning. Oh, that's what we like. You know you are in Seat Pleasant, a smart city of excellence. We are so happy and delighted to have each of you here for this great and positive announcement that we are making this morning. Always thankful for our county executive. Let's give her a round of applause for her great work and her leadership and the team with her. I would be remiss at first if I did not acknowledge one of our council members, the Honorable Councilwoman Sharika McCarthy. Stand up, wave, you know. Janelle Wallace, our Chief Operating Officer. Our Acting Director of Economic Development, Mr. Reggie Bagley. Thank you all so very much. And we are just excited here in Seat Pleasant for this great announcement. With a 16% unemployment rate, 17% of the population living under the poverty line. We have individuals, particularly our senior citizens, who have challenges having transportation to get to a grocer. This is an exciting day for our residents and neighboring community, and we are very thankful for everyone who has been involved in this. When we found out that the former grocer was leaving, we were very saddened by that, but we looked at it as an opportunity to continue to expand the opportunities for our community. And again, I thank everyone, Marvin Joe Camp, Donna Wilson from Spice, thank you so very much for your efforts in this. David Iannucci and others, thank you all. Shelley Gross-Wade, thank you. We appreciate everyone for their hard work. Now it is my pleasure to present unto you the leader of our county, a dynamic woman who is leading us to higher heights in Prince George's County, the Honorable Angela Alsobrooks. Thank you.
Now, I have never gotten such an introduction before. You know, you have truly been introduced when the mayor introduces you. In fact, I think we ought to travel together, Mayor. I tell you, I want to thank all of you all for being out here on what does not feel like a spring day. So I promise you that we will speak quickly, celebrate, and move on with our day. But this is a great day, or maybe I should say it's a good day to welcome Good Foods back to Seat Pleasant. And so we're so delighted about this announcement. I have to tell you, this is meaningful. It really does. It means so much to me, and I hope it will mean a lot to this community. And then we'll say to them that we have listened. You've often heard me say you cannot represent people you don't know or understand. And the best way to do that is to get out and to hear from them. And I heard resoundingly from so many of our citizens how saddened they were and how disappointed and even how angry they were when the grocer left this particular shopping center, what it meant to them and meant to their lives. I have to tell you, to be very transparent, that it angered me as well to drive past this shopping center and to realize that we didn't have a healthy grocer in this shopping center area. That when I looked around, as much as we love Taco Bell and we love some of the other establishments, I have to tell you how hurt I was to realize that we didn't have a grocer, but we had right up on the end here a dialysis center. And I just want to be real about it and to tell you how hurt I was to realize that we had left the people of this community in that situation. And so it was urgent for us. This is not a panacea. We don't want to tell anyone that this is mission accomplished, that we have accomplished everything that we would like to, but it's a start. And we want to thank Good Food for working with us to make sure that we were able to bring a grocer to this area and to begin to solve what is a huge issue in Prince George's County around food deserts. So I want to thank them. I also want to thank our team. I know the mayor just gave me that rousing introduction that I think is the one you give when you're going to introduce God, when he said the greatest. But truly, you know what? You're only as strong as the people who support you. I am a part of a team in Prince George's County that is second to none. I want to just thank all of them. Ray Gilly is here in the front, who is our Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Economic Development. David Iannucci, President and CEO of our Economic Development Corporation. I know Major Riddick, and I'm going to get in trouble because there's so many who are out here, but so many from Prince George's worked so hard to make sure that this day was possible. In addition to those individuals, we couldn't have done it without our strong partners. I want to thank Industrial Bank, who came together with us, as well as, again, the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation. Donna Wilson's here. Marva Joe Camp is here. I want to thank also the Financial Services Corporation of Shelley Gross Wade and Don Medley. I want to thank the Revenue Authority, the Department of Housing and Community Development, Estella Alexander, of course, Mayor Eugene Grant and his team. I want to thank them so much as well. And so this really was a team effort to come out this morning and to be able to show you what is possible when we work together. This is a $1.95 million project that's been collectively funded by multiple county agencies, Industrial Bank, and Good Food. Now, what you see behind us may look to you like just an empty space. It's right behind us here. But what it really represents is 3,800 square feet of a grocery store that will feature a cafe with many healthy grab-and-go options, along with fresh produce year-round and several other amenities for our residents. In addition to the grocer services that this particular business will provide, we want to also thank Good Food that it will be bringing job training and 15 new positions that will be filled by county residents in this store. So it's also a positive job creator. Yes, thank you for that, a job creator. And finally, as you've heard me talk also about the food deserts in our county, I want you to know we are on fire about this issue. We are on fire about this issue because what we have come to understand is that there are 209 census tracts in Prince George's County, and 81 of them are low access, meaning that residents in those areas have to travel more than 1 mile to reach a grocery store. Additionally, we know that 20 of the 209 census tracts are both low access and low income. And when you put all of this information together, we know that 15% of our population is living in areas that are classified as food deserts. This is the highest percentage in the region. Now, we don't want to continue this. The highest percentage in the region of food deserts. And a deeper dive of that tells us that many of the food venues account for 55% of all the food retail outlets are in our inner city, inner beltway communities. And these are mostly fast food restaurants. And so we really have work to do to make sure that we are bringing healthier options to our residents and that we're able to really address some of the health concerns that a lack of healthy food provides. And our Economic Development Corporation, I want you to know, is on it. They have studied this issue, surveyed every single shopping center in the county, and we have identified 42 shopping centers in need of revitalization, and 27 of those, and Senator Benson is in support of this, and I know that she gives her regards this morning, but she's been talking to me about the fact that most of those, 27 of the 42, are in our inner beltway communities. So in the coming weeks, this is just the first of many announcements, but we'll be making additional announcements about the way that we intend to revitalize those shopping centers to ensure that we're bringing healthy food options and other resources that each of our communities need. In fact, I was just last week appearing and had an opportunity to speak before the Restaurant Association also, and to talk to many of the owners about bringing many of those restaurants into Prince George's County. And so again, this is an issue that we are taking up. You probably heard the announcement about the Shoppers Food Warehouse, that they are closing all of their locations in Prince George's County. And so I want you to understand that we are also, this is an issue that we are really, we took action. We've been very aggressive in terms of reaching out to shoppers and to begin to backfill many of those stores. So today is about good food, but the point of the matter is we are not claiming the total victory today because we know that we have a lot of work to do. But I tell you, this is a heck of a start. It really is a heck of a start. And again, it is symbolic in two ways: to address a need that we believe is urgent, and to say to Prince Georgians, we have heard you. We have heard you. For those who said, you know, you've ignored us. How did you allow this to happen? Well, we're beginning to rectify it today. And in fact, Gina Ford said to me that, and I'll say this in close, because again, I know we're cold. My ears are ringing. I know yours are too. Gina told me that as we were standing out here and putting up the flags, that one of our residents drove up, didn't know what this was about, but yelled out the window, if you want to do something for us, you get us a grocer. But she didn't even know what this announcement was about today. So Prince Georgians, we hear you. Help is on the way. We're working with our partners, and we want to thank, again, the mayor and thank Good Food and our banking partners and all of our government partners. We appreciate it so much. So I'm turning the program over as I'm told today. Now, who do I turn it over to next? Okay, and I want to thank also our partners on the county council. We have Councilmember Streeter here today, and they have been just phenomenal in terms of working with us to make sure that all of the decisions we make are resident-centered decisions, and nobody cares. I mean, Rodney Streeter, Councilmember Rodney Streeter, I have to tell you, told me from our very first conversation, he didn't want to be a part of anything that didn't put residents first. And so so I want to thank him for his presence here today and ask him to come up and make remarks.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm so glad that you all are here today, and I want to first say welcome Good Foods on behalf of Chair Turner and the Prince George's County Council. I then want to tell you that you couldn't have made a better choice than to come to District 7. District 7 is the gem of Prince George's County, and you're situated in the city of excellence. You're across the street from the town of Capitol Heights. You're in Capitol Heights. You got some awesome civic associations and nonprofits. You are between two major metro stations. I mean, it doesn't get any better. We're so glad that you're here, and we, in keeping with your motto of including community, establishing roots in community, you have great organizations to work with here, and I look forward to having a true partnership. And I just want to thank you for choosing to be in District 7, and I want to say this is a great day.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Philip Samble, here speaking on behalf of Good Food Markets. I want to thank everybody who worked on this project, going back now 3 years. Google Yeras, the Department of Parks and Planning, EDC, Larry Hentz, Don Medley, and Ebony Stocks, who really have stuck through this project with the city of Seat Pleasant and Spice, and really with the drive to return fresh food to the city of Seat Pleasant. When Safeway left, we started getting calls at our store in Ward 5, Washington, D.C., where we opened 5 years ago, asking if we would come here. And from that point forward, we've been working with community groups and elected officials, community leaders, health leaders throughout the region to build a store that would serve the needs of the city of Seat Pleasant and the residents of Prince George's County. So I want to thank everybody for their commitment to fresh food access, to making sure that your zip code does not determine your health and wealth outcomes, and to make sure that everyone has access to fresh, affordable food. I look forward to working with you all in the years to come to make Good Food Markets here at Central Avenue a success. I welcome you to stop by our store at 2006 Rhode Island Avenue. Visit us on the web at Good Food Markets. Check us out. Send us an email. Send us a tweet, an Instagram message. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see. This is not the first and last time you will see and hear from us. We'll be out here asking you for your ideas, for your thoughts, for your patronage, and we look forward to serving you. Thank you.
Okay, with that, we'll take any questions that you all have.
Right behind where you see the Wells Fargo sign, the space, it looks smaller than it is, but
It's between H&R Block and GameStop.
So I hesitate to compare it to anything because we operate in places where other stores don't think it will work. We do that by focusing on fresh produce, healthy prepared foods, the perishable categories that are missing from the corner stores and carryouts, fresh eggs, milk, cheese, meat, dairy, increasingly their alternatives, and basic grocery items. So we have to get in there and build it out. It's going to take a little time to get all that together, but once you start seeing construction here, it should be about 4 to 6 months.
So there were delays, but this was so important to us that we decided to all come back to the drawing board together. It meant that we had to expand our partnerships, which is why, again, we're so grateful for Industrial Bank and FSC and the mayor and everybody. So really, it was a delay, but we were determined to make it happen. And because we were able to put those partnerships together, we're here today and have a deal. So the pricing will be fair and competitive. I don't know if there's some more you want to say about the pricing model.
Just real quickly, affordable pricing is really important, both as a business and to make sure that we're serving the entire community. In the last 2 years, we've done price benchmarking studies on our existing store in DC, and we're extremely competitive on the perishable categories, fresh produce, prepared foods, things like that.
How important this is to us. Literally, when that information about Safeway Shoppers was announced, there was a mild panic as to where we would go and what we would be able to access in terms of healthy meals. Today, literally, even though it announced that it was 32 degrees outside, when I saw the post on my cell phone, I made it a point to get up and get out here so you could know that the community really appreciates this effort, and we will support it. And it is important that you understand how important a process and a project like this is to the seniors in this community, many that don't drive, that aren't able to get there. Literally, I have to think about what I'm going to serve or have for dinner. I want salmon, but to get salmon, I might have to go to Wegmans in order to get a good piece of meat. So thank you so much for your efforts on behalf of this community.
Well, thank you, first of all, for coming out here on this spring, 30-something degree day. But the thing I can tell you is, again, we've heard you, and hear me when I say this is important to me. It is important to me. I know it's important to everyone who lives in this community, and we want to thank you as well for your engagement. We heard loudly and clearly from the residents in this area, but we thank you for your patience. Thank you also for working with us and for, supporting it. We know that you will support it, but we just thank you so much also for your engagement. And again, we're not done yet. So when you go back and you talk to others, you let them know that we are not done yet. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hey, it's nice about this. I just don't tell me about it. All right.
All right, thank you.